Hello and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about how to debloat Windows 10 and 11. Now I am running Windows 10 right now. However, I'm probably not going to be going to Windows 11, or if I am, I'm definitely going to be installing this application called WinArrowTweaker. But I would suggest the first thing that everybody do when they get a new PC, which you probably already have done if you are decently tech savvy, is just go into the start menu, delete everything. I still haven't deleted all the Microsoft guff that's on here, which is annoying. So I will delete most of that as well that I don't need. But yeah, again, just delete almost everything that you won't need just right off the bat, just to free up some space on your new system. And also, just download WinArrowTweaker. You can just search it up on the internet. I'll actually put a link in the description to download it as well. And yeah, you can basically just do everything you want in here. You can customize like icons and appearances, but you can also delete or at least disable a lot of bullshit that is on by default on Windows 10 and Windows 11. A big example, Copilot, which is basically just spyware and is completely useless. I find a lot of AI bullshit that is like pre-installed on phones and desktops to be basically just useless for me personally and a lot of other people. So again, on WinRTweaker, you can just disable it pretty easily just by checking this box over here. And when it comes to other stuff, like the actual important stuff, like trying to get rid of like Microsoft Edge the best you can, like you can't, like I don't think you could remove it entirely, but you can disable a lot of the bullshit that is in Microsoft Edge to make it somewhat more usable. So that's nice. But I would suggest most people just go here to the behavior section, especially in this ads and unwanted apps section, so it doesn't show any ads in this start menu section in the first place, and it's just clean like this. And that's how you get rid of all these ads in like the start menu and the search menu and stuff like that. And it's just, again, it looks a lot cleaner and looks a lot less cluttered by getting rid of like the recommended for you section or whatever the fuck that is just included in Windows 10 and Windows 11, especially Windows 11, because Windows 11 is a lot more annoying with the pop-ups and just overall getting you to try to download shit, which is why I actually switched to Linux on my main system. But this is the next best thing if you are going to stick with Windows. So yeah, again, that's why I heavily recommend everybody just download WinArrowTweaker. It's a really, really simple and easy to use application, which you can basically do almost anything on. There's some things, again, you can't do. Like, again, I don't think you can get rid of Microsoft Edge entirely for some people that, like, they might want to do that. But again, for most people, I think this would be perfectly fine who are somewhat concerned with, like, privacy and stuff like that regarding Windows. Another thing you can disable, which is a huge annoyance on Windows 11, that was on by default, which is incredibly fucking annoying. Like, I don't want to store my shit in OneDrive by default. That's like a big reason why I switched over to Linux in the first place. But here you can actually just disable it right off the bat. So none of your actual important files would just go to the cloud by default, which is still an incredibly stupid decision. I don't know why they have this on well, no, I do know why they have this on by default. It's to get more money out of people, so they, grandmas think they have to pay a lot more in order to get storage, even though they already have a lot of local storage. It's just to get free. It's just to get free money, basically, and just advertise. But still, it's incredibly annoying. So yeah, you can also disable the timeline, like on Windows 10. I got rid of the timeline down here. You can just disable Windows Update as well, which is really nice, so you don't get those like annoying pop-up notifications. I probably will do this. Actually, no, I don't even know if I need to do this because, yeah, Windows updates will stop for Windows 10, unfortunately, pretty soon, which is disappointing, but, whatever. Again, I won't have to enable this option at least. You can also just disable, or not disable, but enable crash, and just, just go around, just check what you need to just disable or enable and stuff like that, and it should be pretty self-explanatory. And if you don't know what something does, it should give you like a description when you go to like these tabs, which is really, really nice, really, really handy. Again, for most people, again, I don't think many other people will need like all these like insanely niche sort of things, and I think most people are just here for like disabling like Windows Defender if you already have like an antivirus, or disabling just annoying, really annoying default stuff. Which again is incredibly easy to do on here, but you can also again like customize appearance. I don't feel the need to. Maybe on Windows 11 I might feel the need to, because yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the appearance on Windows 11 to be honest with you, but again, for Windows 10, I don't feel like it's extremely necessary, but again, if you want to, you can just customize the appearance here. You can customize like startup sounds. You can actually bring up the old volume mixer, I'm pretty sure. Let me go to, yeah, classic volume mixer. So now look at that. It's like the Windows 7 mixer. That's cool. I don't feel the need to use it. I'm okay with the Windows 10 mixer, honestly. But yeah, again, it's just there for the people that want it to be there, and it's cool. So again, you can customize basically everything. Again, for most people, I'd recommend disabling Copilot, because again, why use a fucking built-in dog shit AI that like it's pretty incorrect most of the time, and adds in unwanted apps, especially this. Like, I would recommend most people, if you do care about like debloating your Windows and just getting it to look a little bit cleaner, again, this is like a must-have in order for it to not feel as bloated out of the box. And again, you can just, this is the main section that most people should focus on, I think, when using WinRAR Tweaker. But again, you can just do anything you want to really in this system, if you want to, or not in this system, but you know, in this application, if you want to. So yeah, again, I'm sorry I kept repeating myself constantly, but it's pretty self-explanatory. It explains what most of the stuff means if you click on it. And again, for what I personally want to do, it's just again just disabling ads, and you know, getting rid of the annoyances like OneDrive and that, even though again I don't really need that. But for Windows 11 users, which is a lot of people, then that would be incredibly useful. And also disabling Windows Update if you don't want to like have those stupid annoying pop-ups on Windows 10 anymore. You can do that, which again, I don't think is super necessary now that they're not going to be supporting Windows 10, unfortunately, anymore. But again, for the people that do want it, it's there. So again, sorry for all the repeating, but that is going to be it, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.